What's up, y'all? I'm your host, Chicago Hottie, and I have the Hottie. Today's guest is a bold, unapologetic creator who runs a timeline and tells her story her way. She don't let nobody else tell it for her, okay? And we're going to welcome to Chicago's Hottie podcast, Miss Gorgeous Doll. I should have had my soundboard, because if I would have had my soundboard, yes, like we needed a sound for that when she walked in, Big Booty Judy. Hello. Yeah. So are you excited? Are you ready?
I'm ready and I'm excited.
Okay, so I'm gonna have like my questions pulled up, but sometimes we're gonna go into the chat and see it.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay, so I just introduced you. I did a cute little introduction. I kind of just want you to settle down and say hi to the camera. What's your name? What are we wearing today?
Okay, period. So my name is Gorgeous Doll. People who really know me call me Courtney. Today we're wearing my brand, Active Doll. This is the Cheetah Doll collection.
Make sure y'all shop the motherfucking brand.
Every outfit comes with a little hairband. You know, we do a full outfit. You know, good quality. Not that cheap shit. But anyways, we're here today with Miss Hottie. I'm so excited. You want to tell them how we met? You want to tell what happened?
She's starting early. So we actually met on TikTok. I was reacting to some of your videos. And then, you know, we got into a little disagreement. But we're going to get into that.
We will. Okay, I didn't know at the time, and I love it, though. I didn't know her platform. I didn't know that, like, her thing was speaking on controversial topics and people. But when I learned that, I was like, you know what? I like this person because I understand it now. I thought she was just picking on me.
Oh, no.
I thought she was like, this bitch right here.
I probably was coming off a little harsh, though.
It's okay. I don't mind. I feel like, because I've learned the internet now, I've learned how it is. And like, I know, like, even with me, I'll say certain shit that'll go viral for no reason. And I feel like a situation that just happened with Shorty and the Ty Lil situation, everybody knows to speak on that. Everybody who's a content creator is speaking on that right now because they know that's what people are looking for. But when I learned that, what are the topics that are going viral? Speak on it and tell your mindset. That's when I kind of understood you a little more.
Yeah, you were going viral, like back to back to back. So I'm like, Gorgeous Doll. Oh, I have to talk about it.
Oh yeah, we're not done.
So, period.
At least once a month.
So I have a cute introduction that we're going to get into right now. For today's episode, we have Courtney Haley.
Hail.
Okay.
Hail Razor. Hail.
Okay. Ooh, here we go. We have Courtney Hale, better known as Gorgeous Doll, content creator, entrepreneur, and fashion enthusiast known for her fashion, lifestyle, and business content. She has expanded her brand by launching an active line called Active Doll. This collection features stylish and comfortable activewear designed for a diverse range of body types, ranging from sizes extra small to 3X. Before this, she was an exotic dancer before she found her way to entrepreneurship, and it was alleged that she had a 5-year-long secret relationship with rapper Future, although these are only rumors. Okay?
Yeah, the rumors. Rumors for sure.
So, like I said, today we are rocking Active Doll. We're going to get into the tea. I have some Hello Kitty teacups that we're going to be sipping out of today. We're going to start off by doing some background warm-up questions. Here we're going to learn about your upbringing and childhood. It's going to help ask open-ended, gentle questions that invite to stories rather than just yes or no answers. So let's get started. This is pretty light. We're just going to fly through these. So where did you grow up and what was that place like?
So I grew up in Knoxville, Tennessee.
What?
Yes.
I never would have thought you was a Tennessee girlie.
Yeah. That's why when I was on the phone with your mama, she had said, I said, oh my God, that's so crazy.
Period.
But my mom got married and moved us to Tennessee, and I kind of grew up there, like farm girl, country girl,
for real?
Southern girl. My mom bought cows.
What?
Yeah, my mom would buy a cow, and like my mom's one of 3 sisters, just like I'm one of 3, and so they would like buy a cow, and then they would like break down the meat.
What?
You know, a cow is like $1,000,
yeah,
and then you get meat for like months. So I'm used to like stuff like that. But also,
I don't know why I thought you was like a city girl.
Listen, my dad was very city. So my dad, he kind of traveled, and I love my dad. I always love my dad. So my dad traveled between up north and down south. I lived with my dad, I want to say, for 3 years between, I want to say 7th grade to half of my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
So I kind of experienced both, you know?
Okay. Period. So, how would you describe your childhood in a few words?
Spoiled. Let me tell you something about my mama, right? My mama's fucking amazing. Okay? Like, there would be times, because I went to an academy. So the academy I went to, a lot of the girls or people in general there, it was a very, like, I guess you say rich type of vibe. And my mom, no matter what, like, she would make sure that me and my sisters were straight. We was good. So I would feel like I was raised blessed, but also I was raised to understand a hustle, a work. Because I watched my mama go to work and make sure that me and my 2 sisters had every fucking thing. You know, I remember when Hollister was like a big thing, and my mom would be like, oh, so you want? And then a week later, it would get delivered to the house. But my mom always made sure we had every fucking thing.
Shout out to Mama Gorgeous.
Shout out to her.
All right. What was your family dynamic like growing up?
So my family dynamic, so okay, just how I'm one of 3 on my mom's side of the girls, my mom is one of 3.
Okay.
So it's like a lot of women.
Okay.
I would say my family dynamic, I feel like it could be closer, but I feel like once my nanny passed away in 2013, which was the same year, that I got pregnant, our family kind of separated a little bit. But before that, we were as strong as thieves, as close as thieves. We were very, very strong. But I feel like after that, it kind of, you know, fell apart. I feel like my grandma was the glue that kept it right
it'd be
together.
like that sometimes. Okay. You know, who influenced you the most as a child and how?
Tyra Banks.
Period.
Yeah, like one thing, I always loved Tyra Banks. Like
what like
I think everything, like her entrepreneurship, just you know, at this point,
she was always so stern.
And we're thinking America's Next Top Model.
Yeah,
that was my favorite show ever. Like when Eve won, like. For me, Tyra Banks was like, people always say, because I had green eyes, like, oh, you look like Tyra. And like me, as a kid, I'm like, okay, that's who I want to be like. And so for her, that was one of the biggest things. Her and Christina Aguilera. My dad used to call me Courtney Aguilera.
Okay, period.
Love them.
Okay. Last question. If you could go back and tell your younger self something, what would it be?
I would tell my younger self that you got this. Because I would never, like, when I was younger, like, okay, you know those people in the family who, like, you know are going to be good. I didn't know that when I was younger. I always, like, would get rewards, and I would always have family that would, like, talk to me and give me, like, words of, like, you're going to be that one, you know? And so I think that my younger self, I always questioned myself when I should have just did it. There's a lot of stuff, don't get it fucked up, I did a lot of shit, get there. But I would just tell myself that it's all going to work out. And I would say that when I got to that point of just letting, I used to have FOMO, you know, fear of missing out. When I let that go, life was just, it just is amazing.
Yeah, be like that sometimes. So, we're going to get into a little bit of high school and college. High school for me, I kind of realized I was like it when I was like in first grade.
Type shit.
But by the time I got to high school, like I was winning like homecoming and stuff, and like I was pretty popular and stuff. So I'm like, okay, life is pretty cool. So I just want to ask you, how was your experience? How did you describe yourself during high school?
I was a bully.
For real?
Yeah, I was a mean
girl.
girl.
You was bullying them?
I was a mean girl. I went to school with a bunch of white girls.
Oh, okay.
And I would feel like I would have friends, but also like, okay, not completely a bully, but I felt like I had to bully bitches.
Yeah.
And I say this because, hold on, let me break it down a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I feel like being in Tennessee, okay, well, I'm a black girl with a whole bunch of white people. There was this guy, his name was Kyle Pudding, and I remember his name like that in the back of my head because he would call me Niglet.
Ooh!
He would call me Niglet. But guess what? I didn't know, like, not that I didn't know, but because I was going to a school like this, I didn't spit on him. I didn't go crazy. I didn't call him out. And I, to this day, regret not slapping him dead in his shit. But it's like, I went to a school like that, where it was predominantly white. And so for me,
Oh, I would have been scared.
it was like either I'm gonna be like, you know, that girl that doesn't really say anything. And I think like the little racist shit is what got me to start really treating bitches like treating bitches like, bitch, you know, just talking shit, because there was no respect. There was no respective dynamic when it comes to colorism. Even though like and it doesn't make it any difference. Like, not that I feel like I got it easier, but there was a dynamic where, you know, lighter skinned females get it easier sometimes in these type of environments. But even me having the nickname of, hey, Niglet, walking down the fucking, like, you know, hallway, and I'd be like, oh, hey, y'all. Like, what the fuck you mean, hey, y'all? You know? And so now as an adult, when I think of how high school was...
Do you think you just wanted to, like, fit in a little bit more? Or...
Not that I wanted to fit in, because, like, I literally remember telling my English teacher to go fuck itself, because I knew my paper was fucking phenomenal, but I was like, the only black girl in my class. And so it's like, I feel like high school, it was great because I've always been social. Like, my principal at that time, Sally Reynolds, she's still the same principal right now. And she literally will remember me, hey, I remember this person. But at that time, I would go to her office every day and be like, yeah, can you make me a coffee? Can you do this? So I feel like high school was easy, but also it was easy for me socially because of the fact that I allowed certain shit that I shouldn't have allowed. You know?
Okay. That's fair enough. So that did you enjoy high school overall, or?
I enjoyed it, but I was fast.
Okay.
I was fast in the ass.
Explain fast. Like how fast?
I was a sophomore dating a rapper.
Can we get a name?
So his name at that point was Mac Than. He was like a town rapper, but he also was a weight mover, is what I call. And like at this point, I wasn't driving. He would pay like my homegirls $100 to like bring me over after school. And that was when I got my first. I think it was the Lindsay bag at Coach. This was years ago when, like, you know, the malls had Coach stores. And I remember this was the first man besides my father, because my father was buying me Louis V bags at fucking 6, but he had paid one of my homegirls on the cheerleading team to drive me to his house, gave her $100, and she was like, oh my God. And then we went to the mall. He bought me a Lindsay bag, and I was in love with him. The only thing is that I was 16, and he was 22, 23.
What? Did your mom know about this?
My mom found out, and she would threaten him, and she would be like, I'm going to put you under the jail.
Ooh.
And he didn't give a fuck. He would.
And how long did this last?
This lasted, I want to say, over like a year and a half, but then my teacher started seeing me get picked up by this man in this Cadillac truck. And so they would call my mom and like snitch on me. Because one thing about it, I knew how to lie. I knew how to lie really good. So I would tell my mom like, oh, I'm staying after school. I'm going to try out for rugby or some shit. And she would be like, okay, really, I'm with this nigga.
Ooh.
So I would say high school was amazing, but also I was fast in the ass.
So did you start being fast in high school?
Yes.
Or? Okay, but
for shit sure.
Okay.
Like sophomore year.
Okay. So what did you do right after graduating?
So right after, let me tell you, right, I had graduated, I was pregnant. Pretty much, I ended up having to go to an alternative school so that I could get done with school before. So I finished school a semester
Why did you
early.
go to alternative school?
I was, to be honest, I was pregnant.
Oh, okay.
And so I ended up graduating a semester early. They opened this school called the Mall School. And it literally, so we have West Town Mall, we have East Town Mall in Tennessee. In Tennessee, I went to East Town Mall, and so I would go to school for 3 hours a day. But like the curriculum would be so fast paced. So I went there, I graduated a semester early because of the fact, like, I think my mom saved me. Because imagine going to school and having a big belly. Or, you know, like, and I would have been okay with it. My mom was like, I think this is the best decision. One thing I will tell you is about my mom. She makes the best decisions in my life. If there's something that I don't know about or I'm not sure about, I'll call my mom and I'll just take her word for it because of that situation. Because as a kid, you don't think going to school pregnant would, like, you're like, fuck it. They gonna see my baby. Like, I'm having a baby, you know, because kids are not the smartest. But yeah, she removed me, you know, alternative school.
So how was that for you finding out you were pregnant? Was it your senior year?
So, yeah, but listen, my mom was my doctor, right?
Okay.
She was changing my birth control because I was, like, the relationship I was in, she knew, first of all, my mom knew I was sexually active. I tell her everything and anything. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know, have that relationship with my mom. And so we went up to her job because I was getting my implant changed in my arm, or I think I was getting a shot. It was either the Depo-Provera shot or an implant. I think it was the shot, though, every 3 months. And before they give you that shot, they give you a pregnancy test.
Oh.
So at my mom's job, they were like, your daughter's pregnant.
Oh.
And I was sitting there like, fuck. No, I'm not. I said, Mom, it's a lie. She was like, Courtney,
it's not gonna lie. Ooh.
We left there and we went and bought 6 pregnancy tests.
6?
From Walmart, and all of them were positive.
Ooh.
And I was in a state of shock. But my mom, right? And this is the thing. I let my mom lead me in every way. And my mom she still today, she doesn't believe in abortions, right? And this is where my parents kind of had a real big falling out because my dad was like, I just know my daughter could do so much more. One thing I always tell people is I feel like I'm 2 to 3 years behind in where I'm supposed to be. And I feel that way because if my mom would have made that decision and been like, okay, I'm going to take you to get this abortion, I also think about how different my life would be. Would I be here right now? You know what I'm saying? If I didn't take those steps, would I be here faster, or would I have never reached here?
Right.
But it was emotional, but it also was kind of like, I'm having a baby. I was a young dumb bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you know, like I'm about to have a baby doll. But it was like, my mom was like, I got you. You have a family. I'm going to take care of you. You're going to be good. Like, my mom got me my first apartment.
Oh, really? So, basically, they were real hands-on with, like, your process.
Like, I never needed a babysitter. I never needed help. My family is, like, and that's one thing. I never struggled to take care of my son.
Really?
Ever.
That's a blessing.
It is a blessing.
Did you want a girl or a boy?
I wanted a girl.
Yeah.
But
Let's say that.
As a boy mom now, I love my son, and I'm happy I had a boy because of the fact that he has taught me so much.
Yeah.
When you have a boy, the love there is something that you will never experience from anyone else in your life. And I feel like that was something that I needed, you know?
Period. How was the relationship with you and your baby father at the time?
At the time, my baby daddy, he was, hold on, I don't say baby daddy, I say baby father or child's father. Like, it sounds a little classier. My child's father, so just like how I had a high school sweetheart, he had a high school sweetheart. We only ever slept together one time. Once.
Damn.
Ever to this day.
Dang.
And it was like one of those drunken nights. We was playing liquor pong with gin. You know, like beer pong with liquor.
Yeah.
And to be honest, at first I didn't tell him until I was about ready to pop, but he knew because he was hitting me up like, hey, we should go eat. We should go get some ice cream or something. And I knew he was wanting to ask me, but he had his relationship and I had mine. We were a one-time thing. So from there, when it got close, like I was 6-7 months, I met up with him and I was like, yeah, I'm pregnant. And at the end of the day, I cheated on I didn't cheat. Braylon, who was my high school sweetheart, he cheated on me first. So therefore, I went on like this whole like getting
Get
drunk.
back.
Like, it wasn't even get back. It was just that I was partying.
Okay.
I was outside with men that I would, or boys, men, whatever, that I would have never been out with if he wouldn't have cheated on me. But he had went away. He was a year ahead of me. He had went away for college. He was playing basketball. Some bitch hit me up and was like, I'm fucking, this is my man.
Ooh.
All right, bitch. And then one night of gin, liquor pong, and then 7 months later, I was like, hey, just want to let you know, yeah, I am pregnant, but, you know, I got a man. And he came home 2 weeks after I seen you. And so I'm going to be honest, at that point, that night I was so drunk. I lost my phone, I lost my purse, which at this point I feel like somebody stole my purse. But with my phone, I had lost it. So I didn't know how that night went, to be honest. And people, that's a controversial topic. When I did my lure, a lot of people were like, oh, so you were essayed or you were taken advantage of. And for me, it was like, no, I knew who I was with. He invited me out to a party. I went. I liked him. Prince's dad was all-star. Football, track, baseball. He did every sport, and he was one of the, like, head niggas when it came to sports.
So you've been trying to get, like, the rawest nigga, like.
When it comes to Prince's dad, like, I knew who he was because in the school, you got the banners of his name, like, All-Star, McDonald's Awards. Like,
what?
His dad was one of them when it came to sports. And that's why even, like, today, Prince is with his dad because I want him to
I was
be
gonna
that.
ask.
But it's like, I always been somebody who dated, like, top of the top. I want you to be the best or the most known at what you do.
Okay, period. That wraps up the high school and college portion. This question kind of just popped in my head and I didn't get to write it down. How did you come up with Gorgeous Doll?
So, at first it was Italian doll, right? So
You're Italian?
So I did it was an ancestral test. And when I did the ancestral test, it says that my roots go back to like Sicilian, Italian, like European. It's a whole mix. And so I created a Snapchat and it was Italian doll. That's where it started. So when I moved to Atlanta and my first time getting a job at a club, they said, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Courtney." They said, "No, what's your entertainment name?" And I was like, "Gorgeous." And they were like, "We already have a Gorgeous." I said, "Okay, Gorgeous Doll."
Period.
And they were like, "Okay, cool, you can be Gorgeous Doll." And then it stuck.
Period. Okay, that's so cute. All right. Now that we're talking about dancing, we're gonna get a little into career paths and experiences. First question I love to ask all my guests: have you ever worked a 9 to 5? Because me, I worked 3 all in high school. I worked my last 9 to 5 when I was a senior in high school. I couldn't take it no more. I was already popping on social media, so I'm like, I was at work and people will come to the drive-thru like, "You're the girl on TikTok." Or like I work at Walmart and guys will like stalk me, like really like walk with me through the aisles, and I was just like, oh my god. And then I worked at a clothing store, Kira. I worked there for like 3-4 months, and they would have me on my feet all day at the register, and people be like, "You're that girl on TikTok." I couldn't take it no more. I called mom. I'm like, I can't go back to work. Like I quit. Like, what are you gonna do? I'm not working no more. Yeah. So have you ever worked a 9 to 5?
So my first job was at McDonald's when I was 15.
Oh.
Yeah, I worked immediately. My mom used to like to take my phone.
Yeah, me too. I worked
So I went and got me a phone plan on my 18-year-old sister's phone.
Ooh.
And I said, I'm just going to pay for my own phone so she couldn't take it.
Period.
When I tell you, I went to juvenile over that phone.
What?
I went to juvenile.
Why was you in juvenile?
So I had got
Oh, you got some. Come on.
You know, I'm kind of ass. My mama, I don't know what it was, but she tried to take my phone. I wasn't giving it to her. She said, I will put you in juvenile. I was like, girl, call them people. She called them fucking people.
Ooh.
But when they pulled up, because my mom didn't own the phone and it was in my sister's name, because when it was in my mom's name, she always took it. I couldn't do nothing. But now that it was in my sister's, who was 18 at the time,
it was
they
hers.
were like, we can't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, and of course my sister's gang with me. She's like, I mean, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom would try to take my phone, so I wouldn't got a plan with hers. But my 9 to 5, I've worked plenty. I worked first job 15, McDonald's, loved it, except they're very
I feel like all bad bitches first jobs be fast food.
Yeah, but also I feel like we start working very early because we want more.
So much more.
I did Aeropostale, I did American Eagle, I did Hollister, I did like all the cool mall stores. And then
you ever did Foot Locker?
I did.
I always wanted to work at Foot Locker because of uniform.
But I only did Foot Locker for like a month.
Oh, okay.
It was I had a manager who was like an older man, and he was a fucking pervert, and it just made me uncomfortable. But from there, I kind of got back in school. You know, I did real estate school, I did hair school, I did everything because I think I have a little ADHD, and anything that catches my eye, I just do.
You just gravitate towards it. Okay, so how did you get into dancing?
Okay, so, you know, I won the lottery.
You did? How much you win from the lotto?
So, at the point, it was $30,000.
Dang.
And this is a question that people ask a lot. So, at this point, I was on the way to waitress. And the reason why I'm telling you the amount is because I don't know why people think that, like, the money I have now is from the fucking lottery. That shit came and gone. I spent that on, like, surgery and rent for a year.
Okay.
But, I was on the way to work at the strip club. I was a waitress, though. I had never stripped. And when I was sneak stripping at Follies, but I only lasted there for 3 weeks, and I'll tell you why that. But we were on the way to work, me and this girl I moved to Atlanta with, who I'm no longer cool with because she's a backstabbing ass bitch. But anyways, and the lottery was at 1.2 billion.
Dang.
Okay, like billion, and I said, oh my God, I was one number off.
Damn.
Well, I got the power.
If you would have got that 1.2 million, what you would have did?
Baby, I would have been gone. I mean, no, at that point I was dumb.
Okay.
So I probably would have did some dumb shit, like fucking told the world.
Yeah.
But like, if I was to win like 1.2 billion right now, I would charter a jet with a lawyer and my family on it, go on an island for 30 days, tell everybody write their plans down, and give them their shit. But at that point, I had ended up winning the lottery. It was 10,000 with the Megaplier times 3. If you ever play the lottery, make sure that you hit that Megaplier, because if you win 1 million, it turns into 3.
Dang.
If you play for 2, the Megaplier on 2, it wins for 2 million. Like, always play that extra $2-3. But went to work, bought a ticket at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock hit. I'm at work like, oh my God. And at first I thought I won because that one number. But then when I scanned it on a little app and it was like, oh, you won 30,000. I was like, oh shit. And the thing is that, you know, I used to be a bigger girl. So it was right at the end of when I lost all my weight. And I felt like God just said, go get your body done, bitch. Stop dealing with these niggas. Here's the money. Go do what you want to do. And I feel like 2 weeks after that, I made my appointment, went to Colombia, got my body done, came back. And then from there, it's like, bitches was hating on me.
Period.
Bitches was hating on me. It was so bad. So like the club that I was waitressing at, which I'm really cool with the owners now, it's no pressure, but they had to fire me because I was fighting every night.
Damn. Well, that's what happens when you a bad bitch, you know.
It does.
Okay, so what inspired you to create Active Doll?
It's kind of an emotional story, but long story short, you know, I had the situation where I got jumped in Atlanta, and I was pregnant, but not people didn't know I was pregnant because what the fuck, I was freshly pregnant, so I wasn't gonna come online and be like, oh, I'm pregnant, and not knowing if I was gonna last, if I was gonna make it through the pregnancy. But I came to Atlanta. I had some club owners hit me up, asking me to come pull up, and, you know, show love to their location. So I did that. I was early. I wasn't even 8 weeks. And I ended up getting jumped.
Yeah, I kind of get into that in one of our questions.
And so with that situation, it kind of... Say the question one more time so I don't get too far off.
Sorry. Oh, what inspired you to create Active Doll?
Oh yeah, so with that situation, I went through a really deep depression. I was sad, I was upset, I was in my house. I didn't leave my house for months. And a lot of my supporters on TikTok were like, where are you at? What's going on? And I came on and told them, like, I'm depressed. Like, I can't get out of bed. Like, I'm fucked up right now. And I was like, you know what fuels me? I work and I hustle the hardest when I'm hurt or I'm upset. So I said, you know what, I want to create a business. I said, maybe I should do clothing. I don't know, maybe I should do something. They were like, yeah, let's do it. I literally called this designer that I knew. I said, hey, can you make me a logo with Active Doll? She made me like 8 different logos. I started getting on live every day. What do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about this? And my supporters, the reason why my business is successful is because I built it with other people. And it got me through that depression.
Period.
And it was just something that I needed at that point.
W supporters.
W supporters.
W supporters. You know, sometimes we need them supporters. No shade, no shade.
For sure.
Right. So now that we got done with all of the background questions, time to get to the tea. We're gonna get into a little bit of Gorgeous Doll lore. Yeah, let's just let's pour up a little bit more.
You know, if I drink a little more, you know, I get a little, you know, loosen up a little bit.
Okay, let's take a sip together.
Now we get into like the more so like tea, like
Yeah. Okay, you guys. So listen, I'm gonna end my life. If you want to get into this next part, go on Chicago Hottie's page. She has a link. Is your link on TikTok?
Period. Yeah.
So her link is on TikTok for her clip, for her kick, so you guys can finish out this interview. There are going to be questions that I've never answered that are going to be on here, so I think that y'all might want to go over there.
Yes.
But other than that, I love you guys, and yeah, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye, guys.
Okay, period. So like I said, we're going to get into a little bit of Gorgeous Doll lore. I just gave a little, another little breakdown of the research I was able to find on you, and we're going to touch base on cute, small little...
I'm going to share. Right now I'm sharing all of you.
Okay,
I
you're
just
fine.
got all of your tags, so I'm going to share all of them real quick. But, yeah, I think that... Let's get into it. Cheers
All right.
with the Hello Kitty.
Cheers. We're going to get to it.
Where'd you get these cups?
Burlington. They were $5.
Burlington got every fucking thing.
$4.99.
They've been having everything for years.
Yes. Okay, so Gorgeous Doll gained significant traction by sharing detailed, often personal stories about her life and relationships on platforms like TikTok and YouTube. Gorgeous Doll promotes building successful brands from scratch, teaching others how to manufacture, sourcing, and marketing, particularly in fashion and beauty. And in 2025, she filed a federal lawsuit against a famous Atlanta strip club for alleged sexual assault and wage theft, bringing attention to workplace issues in the industry. So, how was that?
I'm a renegade. I don't give a fuck. I never gave a fuck. I felt played with. I knew what my laws were. When I first moved to Atlanta, not only did I work as a waitress and, dance, but I also worked for a law firm.
Okay.
I've always been most likely to be a lawyer since second grade. But with
That's
the situation...
actually a question I had. Is there any Is there any future career you will want to have?
Yeah, I'm going to be an attorney in Atlanta with my own office.
Okay,
fucking these
period.
clubs up.
Okay, period.
Yeah.
Period. I will want a job one day.
Yeah, listen, bitch, don't play. I got you. Because one thing
Period.
about it, like when I get out of school, because the way, like, what people don't understand is that the things that I'm doing right now while I'm young, I can get away with. But once I pass that bar and I get my license, that's when it's going to come to the point where it's like everyone's going to see everything that I've been doing, even if it's controversial, built up for me to walk into my fucking office every day, have my paralegals, have my assistants, have my lawyers, because there's not a law firm that's dedicated to nightlife, and Atlanta is big for nightlife women. But also it's like I'm working on right now trying to figure out how I could, even when I pass the bar in Georgia, because that's where I want to take it, I also want to be licensed in other states. But Atlanta is a strip club hub. So for me, I feel like filing my lawsuit at first, I didn't realize how much attention I would bring to it. And I don't think they did either. Neither did my lawyers, When I first had, and this is probably client attorney privilege, but I'll say this. When I first met with my lawyers, they said, we can help you file this, but we can't change the world. I said, I can. I said, I promise you I will get a bill out this shit. And they were like, okay. And then when they started getting calls and blogs and TMZ and shade.
Yeah, because that went viral.
Yeah, when they started getting all these calls, they were like, oh, and they realized who their client
You were on the news.
Yeah, when they started realizing who their client were, they said, oh, okay. And it kind of like upped the ante a little bit. They were like, okay, cool. We see what you have going on. We know who you are. And now they support everything. Even
Did you ever win anything from the lawsuit?
We're still in it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's active.
Oh, really?
Right now.
How long has the lawsuit been going on?
I filed it in March of this year, but before that, I was being a nice ass bitch, okay? Because first of all, I'm always gonna follow the advice of my lawyers. So at this point, my lawyers were like, "Hey, let's send this notification before we file this in court, and we'll see how it goes." They might want to just end this right now, but the amount of money that I'm going for is not no sweet shit. I made over $500,000 every single year. From documented. Okay, so I'm able to show, and this is why I tell girls to document your deposits, keep track of your money, take videos, do all of that, because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have a case. It was a girl, Miami Tip, who made a video talking about my lawsuit, and she has sued KOD, and she was like, all she's gonna get is $10,000. How we got $10,000? No, bitch, you didn't count your money. You didn't file with the you didn't do what you were supposed to do, to where you could say, hey, here's 2023 where I made $390,000, and if I wouldn't have got fired in September, I would have made $500,000. You don't have that to show. And so it's like, for me, I have always been smart. I've always kept track of everything when it comes to money, because it wasn't just like for a lawsuit or anything. It was just that I was smart. I want to know how much fucking money I'm making a year, But with that situation, it's still active. It's still live. And I got time to burn. So we're gonna see how long it takes.
Quick question. What was the most money you've made in one night of dancing?
The most money that I made in one night. See, I made a fuck ton of money. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was a lot, but there would be nights where I would stand and niggas would just throw money during pandemic. But I would want to say,
I did hear pandemic was like the money was,
it was
like
different.
Yeah.
It was different. If you didn't dance in pandemic, you missed out on probably an M.
Damn.
On a literal M. But I would say the most money that I had made one night, I think it was $27,000.
Damn.
Yeah, it was $27,000.
$27,000 one night. How many? Is that like 4 hours?
3 hours. It was this guy. We're still cool today. He actually just messaged me. He's in jail now, but it's okay.
For him.
He's a Detroit nigga. His name's Loyalty.
And be them Detroit. I'm telling you, bro.
One thing about
I'm telling you.
The Detroit niggas, not only do they got the bag, but they don't mind to spend it. But he came through. He threw over 150,000. 2 days, he did 80,000 each day for my birthday. Damn. And then in those days, I was in bags with like 5 girls. But then, of course, like I booked his cars, I booked his houses and everything. So he would be like, "Here's 10,000, here's 15,000 just to me," and then he would throw the money in the club. So it was one day that each girl made like, I want to say,
girl, how you was dancing? You like, you wasn't been doing them moves.
I don't even do pole tricks.
For real?
I'm a two-stepper.
What is that?
Like a two-stepper. Like, okay, so a two-stepper.
Period. Hey.
You know, you just
okay, period.
That's all I would do. And then I might bend down every now and then.
For real?
But other than that, I was never an amazing dancer. I was never just this fucking.
You were just bad.
I was just bad, but also like I got a mouthpiece on me.
Okay.
Yeah, having a mouthpiece.
So that's important.
Oh my god. If you're a dancer, right? Dancers naturally you're gonna make a bag. But if you have a mouthpiece on you, you're gonna quadruple your income.
Mouthpiece as in like what? Explain that.
Like you gotta be able to talk a nigga like. Okay, if it was a dead night in a club, I would walk on the bar. Okay, so if a club's dead, 9 times out of 10 the bar is full. There's people sitting down. So you could walk up and like I always had like this thing. I know that my name was Gorgeous Doll. So I'd be like, "Hi, I'm Gorgeous Doll, how are you?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, you are gorgeous." That's how it would go. And I'd be like, "Yeah, but you know, I got a different side of me." And they would just be like, "Oh, so you know, what you doing here?" And I'd be like, "You know, just trying to make a way, you know, be sweet." And then after, you know, I'd be like, "You want to take a shot?" I always would offer customers shots. Let me buy you a shot. Because it's like showing like I'm not pressed, but that makes people think you want to get to know them. Buy them one shot, you're sitting there talking, they buy the next one, they buy another one. Now y'all 4 shots in and they can't hold a conversation any longer because I'm a yapper. So it's like, get some money. 9 times 10 they would get some money, start throwing it. You gotta know.
Ooh. Let's do a quick thank you for the sub.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for the subs, guys. W subs in chat. Make sure we get a couple more subs in before
Send
we
all
end
the
because
subs.
we have the Gorgeous Doll in the building today. Hello.
The more subs you send, the messier we get with the shit. More
please, more subs. This has to give you a message.
Yeah.
Okay, period. So that was good. That was good. Now, we are going to get into off the record.
Okay.
Now, off the record is basically a segment where the tea is hot. The stories are unofficial, from rumored fallouts to whispered drama. This is where we break down what's being said, what's being speculated, and what everybody's paying attention to.
Okay.
Now, I would just like to say that you've done interviews before, right?
No, I gave you the first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't fuck with bitches.
Oh my! Okay, I just want to say, the Chicago Hottie is the first to get these answers. These questions answered live here today. I feel so honored. You don't even know. I feel so honored because one thing about you that I actually like, Gorgeous Doll, is you're not scared to talk.
You know,
and that's the same thing with me. I'm a yapper. I love to talk. And one thing about it too, I love telling my business. People be like, "You shouldn't tell your business to everybody." Why? It's my business, my life, and I like to talk. Why would I not tell people about my life? And people like to hear about it, so why would I not do it? Like,
it's also like it's an output. It's like you can put your phone in front of you, say a video.
But you know, a lot of people can't do that though.
They can't. Bitches are scared.
Yeah.
The shit that me and you go through online, bitches would really over.
Seriously. What? 5? Oh my God! Thank you for the 5 subs. Oh! We have to get very messy. They just get the 5 more subs. That's 7 subs. Gorgeous doll, you don't understand what this means.
No, I do. I understand that.
7 subs. Period. Y'all, we is going good tonight. Right now, we're at 463, and we haven't even hit the messiness. We even hit the messiness, and we're already at almost 500 views. All right. So now that I explained what off the record is, we're going to get into some questions. And some of these questions are a little bit spicy.
I don't give a fuck. I never give a fuck.
Period. So we're going to hop right into it. Shout out to all the subs. Okay. So, let's start with the first question. How do you feel about Jada Waiter saying, when you get on here complaining about somebody copying them, it just screams your shit not selling? Because I've seen bigger companies steal the mojo, and I don't get up here want to argue because guess what? My shit is selling. What were your thoughts on that?
I feel like how you selling shit you don't have in stock first. I feel like second of all is, you know what always tells me when I know a bitch been watching me? When you give a response. Because at the end of the day, right, if I'm not selling or if I'm not doing anything, you would pay me dust. Bitches who I feel like are beneath me, and not like I feel like I'm better than anybody, but a bitch who I know you ain't on my level, I really don't want to respond. I only respond if I'm forced to, right? So with that situation, it was like, I come with receipts, I come with proof. I come with back to back to back. When I come and I say I feel something, I'm going to show you why I feel that way and why I think that way. At the end of the day, my business in 11 months, well, we just hit 10 months on December 2nd, has it over 500,000, okay? And my
Congratulations.
Thank you. My thing is that I don't flex no more because people don't support you when you flex. They want to feel that way. So when she said that, I was like, okay, bitch. But at the end of the day, you just rushed a pre-order on Black Friday. If this was something you already planned to do, you would have had inventory in stock. You would have been prepped and ready, because any clothing business owner, and I've only been open 10 months and I know this, any clothing business owner, they plan for the end of the year, Black Friday, Christmas. Those are the biggest times for your business. So for me to be a small business considered, and me have inventory, me already have a plan, me have everything. I had to drop my waffle, my jet set collection early because people loved it in the videos. Why did you drop a pre-order, and why did you not have inventory in stock? If this was what you had already planned to do, if you planned, I planned my shit in August. I'm 5 months or 5 collections. I drop a new collection every month and a half. I'm 5 months ahead at all times, because I realized to stay ahead, you have to plan ahead. So it's like when she says some shit like that, it's not giving them my work not selling, it's giving them calling you out. And at the end of the day, what I didn't like about that situation is I hate a sneaky bitch. And so for you to be on Snapchat trying to be sneaky with it really irritated the fuck out of me, because it's like, bitch, step. I'm at your front door. Hello.
So how else would have wanted her to
say how the fuck you feel, bitch? I feel like Snapchat is for scary bitches. I feel like, and that's where she gave all her replies to Snapchat. And it's like, no, bitch, come to the front. I mean, they gonna find it either way because of who you are. But for me, it's like, I can't see that. I don't be on Snapchat.
Yeah, me neither.
So everybody messaging me, they sending me screenshots, they sending me screen recordings, and it's like, if you gonna reply, stand on that shit. Say it with your fucking chest. Don't hide behind it. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, she also had posted a video where she was like, brands copy other brands all the time, and everybody was like, oh, so you're admitting it. You copy this person. And it wasn't about, one thing I want to say, it's not about velour. I don't own velour. It's about the fact that I saw messages of you messaging my vendor, who's your vendor, and asking them about my reversible tracksuit. But the thing is that how you use the same fur that I decided not to use, how you decide to add these little buttons, because nobody's ever put it on a jumpsuit. A jacket, okay, we had the baby fat unzipped jackets, we had all that. But it's like, for me, I knew what I put in place so that my customers could feel comfortable and get different looks out of shit, whatever. And that's what I really didn't like about even like the Shade Room post. I feel like they didn't really explain, it ain't about no fucking velour. But you cannot tell me that I'm not the first person to drop a completely reversible. You can
and it was reversible, no shade. It was reversible.
Like, and so her response, I didn't give a fuck, because it's already pressure there. There's pressure there from the lore. When I went to Baby's album release party and fucking grandpa was, that nigga could have you, all that bullshit. Even though like it's not like that, we cool, it ain't no pressure, you know, I'm cool with him. But it's like, then the whole death situation. Like, I knew, like, me and her, we're not gonna be besties, bitch. We're not ever gonna have a, hey, how are you? Because, you know, your friend feel away. But
do you think that's why she kind of,
I do, for sure. I feel like that's why she had it. But the thing is, like, even when you think about the whole situation with Des, I never said nothing negative to her. I never said anything negative. I never disrespected that girl. Then you drop a whole diss song. Because you bitches are weird and you're fucking
Oh, she
pressed.
dissed you.
She dropped a whole... First of all, it didn't stream. It didn't go nowhere. Like the rest of her fucking music. But at the end of the day, it's like... Instead of you just letting it go. Because like I said nothing negative about this bitch. I just said... You know, this relationship was like made to me as if it was industry. You know, he was trying to help your career.
yeah, we gonna get into that. We gonna get into that. I have a question.
But yeah, at the end of the day,
But
I
that
don't feel
was-
no fucking way. Fuck that bitch. Fuck all them hoes.
Okay. All right. So, correct me if I'm saying her name right. It was rumored that you had some type of beef with your younger sister, Samara.
I've never beefed with Samara ever in my life. My little sister
Yeah.
is my heart.
Okay.
I think that, well, what's the rumor? You gotta read the rumor so I can figure out what sister it is.
Oh well,
It
I
doesn't-
just
it just rumor.
yeah, I just see some TikToks and
No,
like
they make up shit.
Okay.
My little sister, that's my little sister that moved to Atlanta with me, that I put her onto a job. She made a fuck ton of bread. Even last night, the security I had with me at Jocelyn's show, she was like, where's your sister? And I was like, she just got promoted. She's in school. She's doing fucking amazing.
Period.
But that's my baby.
Okay,
You know what I'm
period.
saying? Like, that's, we would, even when I'm trying to think of like, where would that come from? No fucking where. Because that's my sister that like, we're thick as thieves. It would never be nothing like that.
Okay, period. What's the age difference?
So Samara is 3 years before me. Samara is 24. Samara's 24.
Okay.
Or about to turn. Oh, she just turned 25 actually on November 28th.
Happy birthday,
Yeah,
Samara.
happy birthday, Sam.
Okay, just clear that up because I seen that, but I seen it and I'm like, well, I've never heard her talk about it, so I'm like, we'll just act today. All right, this one is a little messy, but it was going viral, and I did see you were trying to defend your name in the comments, so I'm like, well, she could just clear it up today. So, it was alleged that you had relations with popular streamer Kai Cenat, and it ended with you getting over $100,000. Was that true?
It was.
It was?
Hold on. That's not what I said. Let me tell you something, right? I don't start shit until people do one or two things. They betray me, they hurt me, or they play with me. Kai's a great person. He's never did anything wrong to me. And what I will say about it is that at the end of the day, out of anybody I've ever dealt with, Kai is a sweetheart. Okay? I just feel like the maturity levels were different. But the situation that is being broadcasted is just something that I personally am not comfortable speaking on. But I will say this, right? I'll just say I'm not comfortable speaking on the situation.
We could take a sip to that.
I would say this: love you, Kai. Love Mama Cenat. Love all of them. It's never been any type of pressure. He's a respectable young man. I'm very proud of him and everything that he's doing. And at the end of the day, like I said, out of anybody I've ever ran into or been around, he was a respectable, great man. You know.
W.
I
Kai.
be wanting to beat bitches up for him though. Yeah.
Can we name some names?
Yeah, that Layla Red bitch, I told him, just let me know. I'll put a bag on a bitch right now.
Woo!
But he was like, no, it's okay.
Period. All right. Now, well, also correct me if I'm wrong too, because I did some research, but you said you was that bitch since high school, so I might get a little bit that this might be wrong. I'm gonna read it though. It was alleged that T Grizzly was one of the first rappers to fly you out. He was? Okay, period. You told this story and explained how you sent him a bottle of 1942 with a letter stating that he remember you from the hotel incident. It was also rumored that he was with his wife at the time that knew nothing about the situation.
I didn't know that though. He walked in by himself.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
How did you feel about his wife's response to your story time?
I feel like you're in a position that you really, just like I feel about the Jada situation. If you're just so above it, don't say shit. Let me just, talk. But also, you cannot control how people respond. But at the end of the day, right? When you go to Detroit, never mind. No. Okay, listen. I got Detroit homegirls, right? So I know really the tea about shit. And what I'll say about that situation is, I gave that story time because I was told that niggas was talking. And here's the thing, right? It's one thing, excuse me. It's one thing to speak about something when it happens or a year after. Don't wait till I become Gorgeous Doll to have my fucking name in your mouth. That was my problem. So when it got returned back to me that this man was speaking about me, I wasn't Gorgeous Doll at that point. So it's like, you want to speak about me? Okay, cool. Let me put it out because I've been holding your story time in because there was no reason for me to give it. So when I got another fellow Detroit rapper on my phone telling me, oh yeah, bro said, why aren't you talking about me? And you ain't seen me since 2017, 2018. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, for me at that point, that's the only reason I did the story time. That's the only fucking reason, because I'm gonna be honest, I respected his marriage. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to come online and talk.
So basically, he was talking about you behind closed doors. Telephone tag, people calling you like, yo, T Grizz keep talking about you. So you like, all right, niggas, like, you keep talking. Let me give you something to talk about.
You want. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of the shit that I come out and talk about, people do not see the background of it. And you never will, because the entertainment industry or celebrities, they're not gonna put their business on forefront. I do. So when I come out and I say something and I make it public, this is something that's been going on, but the normal, regular human being who's not in my world wouldn't understand. Why is she going off? Why is she saying this? Because I know what the fuck going on behind closed doors, and you don't.
And you don't. Yep. Shout out to 500 people in here right now. W500 people. We love all of y'all. Okay, period. So, this one, when I seen it, I'm like,
it's very construed.
Who is she?
It's very messed up.
Oh, well, I'll talk about the next question. So.
Oh no, that is a lame. Okay, go ahead. You can ask it.
So how did you feel?
I really don't want to give entertainment to a bitch because I feel like a bitch is dry, washed up, sad, mad, depressed, falling off, lame, loser.
Okay.
Go ahead.
How did you feel when your friend Stephanie came to the internet and tried to air out all your personal business?
I didn't feel no way because I knew I would annihilate her.
I knew. And are y'all still friends today? No.
I knew that a bitch would talk so much that people would see the truth. Me and her fell out because she started to envy that I started to reach better heights, new heights, be around people without her. I started to make my own name. I started to learn, okay, cool, so I work in these clubs. That's the thing, right?
You danced with her?
No, she don't dance. She never danced.
Okay.
My ability to get close to people and build a network was easier because I was a dancer. You know what I'm saying? After she had the little Chanel bags, she went into a consignment store and scammed some Chanel bags, right? And got fired from Magic City as a waitress. Her waitressing career was kind of clipped, right? But me as a dancer, I'm standing, whoever the fuck, whether it's an athlete or rapper, I'm next to you. I'm putting his ass on you. It's easier for me to build that network. So for me, she just was never happy for the next bitch. That's all it was.
Bitches be like them.
The only reason I stopped fucking with her was because it's like, you're not happy for me, and you've seen me come from where I came from to building this name, building who I am. And it's like, to this day, it's been 6 months since bitches started talking about me. At first, I was like, I'm not entertaining it because I just didn't see this bitch on my level. How I just told you how I feel like other bitches should be. If you think I'm this or I'm so much lower than you, don't acknowledge me. That's how I felt about that situation. That's why at first I had a new collection coming out with Active. I wasn't going to let that overshadow. I'm going to use it and fuel for it, but I'm not going to let it overshadow the fact that I got a business that I'm running. So when it first came out, everybody was like, oh, she responds to everything. Why she not responding? Because I felt that bitch wasn't worth a response. And when I tell you in any way, because it's like, I don't know her now. I knew her years ago. I only hear what I hear from the streets, which is that bitches is in hotels laying on their backs. You know what I'm saying? And hold on. Let me say this, right? Me coming from nightlife, it's nothing. Get it how you live, bitch. Get it how you live. But don't come on trying to pull a bitch like me back into that. Back into that type of, like, you know, environment when it's like, I'm doing better. I'm learning better. I know better. And you want people to see me for who I was 4 years ago. Not that I was ever in no fucking motels. I'm St. Regis type of bitch, you know, sweet penthouse type shit. But still, it's like, with that situation, what people don't know is I smoked her out. She don't know this. She had been in the Atlanta streets talking about me. I had bitches calling me, yeah, so she's saying this, she's saying blah, blah, blah. I smoked her out. She really got set up. Because at the end of the day, I knew you was in my subs. I knew you was. I just didn't know the page. You was paying to watch every fucking video about me just to go talk shit about me. So when I did the Watch Burglar story, right, I know that bitch was in my subs. That's why I put it in my subs. And I pretty much, like I said, she does not know this. And it's so funny. Because for me, it was the perfect fucking plan. It was, you keep talking about me outside in these streets. Okay, cool. Let me set this up. Here's this video on the subs. Watch it. Okay, cool. I know I'm gonna light a fire up under your ass. I know you're gonna start tweaking out. But also, I know you're gonna trick yourself out of your position. Because not only did you come online and talk so much shit about me, but you exposed so much about yourself. Because people don't give a fuck about what you're saying. They're watching what you're doing. So now, you have literally got to the point where you cannot sell your pussy in Atlanta no more because you talk too fucking much. Because you exposed yourself, which is what I wanted you to do. And so a lot of people do not understand that. Like, I will say this, right? I am a mastermind. When I'm doing something or I'm putting a bitch in position to fuck herself up, I'm not putting you in a position to hurt for a second. I'm going to hurt you for the rest of your life. So it's like, this bitch will be 40, 50 talking about how Gorgeous Doll ruined her life because you sat on live every motherfucking day and talked about me, but you don't realize that people are looking at your background. They're looking at where you're at. They're learning you, and they're learning that at the end of the day, you're doing something that literally will not get you nowhere. You think getting a rich nigga is gonna do this or that. When I preach being a boss bitch, I preach a nigga could leave you with dust. Get your own shit. And that's the thing for me, is that I don't feel like I gotta always use my words. I use my actions. And my actions versus her actions are two different things. But yeah, fuck that bitch.
Word.
She's where I left her. Selling cat in Motel 8.
Hey. Thank you, production. Oh, mine's
production.
Oh, now mine's is dying.
It's like, even like for today, like I didn't even want to give a bitch, because you know she gonna go on another rant for like 3 more months. But it's okay, because guess what? Anytime that, what I've realized with me beefing with bitches is that when they start talking about me 24/7, it's at least a couple of people that join this shit and be like, who is she talking about? I saw a video from a girl who said, when I see a bitch talking shit about another bitch, I go look at the another bitch page. If that bitch look more successful than her, I believe her. I know when bitches go to my page and they see the work I put in and what I'm really doing in life, they like, yup, okay, she's mad.
Period. So, this one is what kind of, this next question is what introduced me to you. And I think this and the Future Lord was kind of the top two ones that was like, ring, Gorgeous Doll everywhere. So let's get into it. I'm going to pick up the laptop real quick just so I won't mess up anything that I'm reading. Oops, sorry. So, sorry. All right. So, it was alleged that in 2018-2019, you met rapper 21 Savage. He had you pull up to a trap house, something you were never familiar with. So you left. You told him that you don't like the environment. He told you to take it or leave it, and you left it.
I smoke cigarettes, but go ahead.
Yeah. Fast forward to September of 2023. Lotto has a party at Magic City, but you didn't work that night. After the party, you called one of your friends to see how it went. Your friend tell you that Lotto threw money.
You better bring this tequila in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we need a little something stronger for this.
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead, give it to her.
Okay.
Yeah, pass it on over here. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so where did I leave off at?
Your friend tells you Lotto took all the money after losing her wallet. So you make a video about the situation and it goes viral. Lotto reaches out to Magic City to try to get the video down, but at this point it's too late because it's already so viral. Your friend who told you what happened ended up throwing you under the bus. The girls leave the club and go with Lotto.
She wanted to be a rapper, but go ahead.
The girls leave the club and go to Lotto's studio where they are on live, popping it, throwing money, throwing shade, just trolling. You then get fired from Magic City. Fast forward, you're doing promo for a chemical peel and you find out you're pregnant. Around this time, Lotto drops Big Mama, where you allege that the line sticking to TikTok is about you. You then go online and say, are you mad because my homegirl been messing with your man? Soon after, multiple girls jump you, which then leads to you having a miscarriage. Fast forward a couple more months, Lotto comments under a post saying, last time someone spoke on my man, you saw what happened, which then led to another story time of you basically explaining how you believe Lotto was making fun of your miscarriage. Overall, how do you feel about that situation, and was the story time worth telling in your opinion? Allegedly.
I feel like the story time was worth me telling because I feel like a lot of females are not given the correct story of when you come to Atlanta and you try to dance.
Okay.
You could go to work, you could work 3 hours, and then you think you made a bag, and then it's gone. You know, I didn't add. One thing, I'm God fearing, and I feel like everything happens for a reason. This interview right now is happening for a reason. But I feel like, you know, even the conversation that I had with somebody telling me how that situation went, it happened for a reason. At that point, I was promoting positivity when it comes to stripping. I wasn't gonna block out the negative. So that's why I came when I gave the story. I never said the girl's name. I never even said the club. It just got picked up by the blogs because they put two and two together. It was this story. This is what happened. This is who it was. Okay, cool. The thing about it, what people don't know is I danced for Lotto at her birthday. Had a fucking ball. You know, she's a sweet girl. There was never any issues. I had had a good encounter with her before that. When I gave the story, I didn't say her name out of respect. It was just, hey, I'm reporting on this so you guys know it's not always positive. You don't always make a fucking bag and go home and be great. Sometimes you leave extra negative because you paid a house fee and all your money's gone. So with that situation, I would say that the way it was handled was fucked up. But also, like I said, people didn't know I was pregnant. I will say I forgive her, right? Because when I look back at the videos I posted, I was at a point in life where I didn't give a fuck. I was just popping it, just talking shit. Fuck you, fuck all you bitches, I don't give a fuck, you know? And I also had to take accountability for myself to say, like, okay, right now, where I'm at in life, bitch talk shit about me, it's $1,500, I can put it on you, get you touched, you know? That's really anybody. But I had to realize that how I was hurt at that time with that situation, I took a huge loss, you know? Something I was emotionally connected to that people didn't know about. So for me, where I'm at right now, and I've reached, you know, I've talked to 21's team, and I pretty much told them, like, you know what, at that point, granted, when a hit comes, you don't know where it comes from. But where I was, where the location was, I knew where that hit came from because of the fact of who was around for when it happened, you know? So for me, with that situation, I take accountability because I came online popping it. I came online talking shit I did, and I came online kind of giving one of those, like, bitch, do something type of vibes, you know? And for me, at that point, I wasn't expecting what came with that. But I was at a point where people didn't know I was pregnant. I knew, though. And I should have been more accountable for where I was and what I had going on in life.
Yeah, because that was a TikTok that I think made us get into it. I had seen your video, and the first thing that popped in my mind was like, well, why were you at the club if you were like knowing that you were expecting?
First, I wasn't at like a nightclub. It was like a lounge. You know, first of all, do you live here now? You live in LA?
Oh, yeah.
So you know every fucking restaurant has music and a fucking DJ. So where I was, it was like I was getting food, but also when I had went to Copper Cove, that's where I went. I had only went there to stop and see DJ Booth, Nicki Minaj DJ. That's like one of my cool homeboys. He was like, pull up on me, let's take a shot. Like, and I was like, I can't drink right now, but I'm on the way. I'm gonna come see you, you know. So when I pulled up, mind you, Copper Cove is empty, but there's a group of niggas outside, and I knew it was, you know, Savage Camp. But I've known those niggas for years as well. You know, some of them I could pull up DMs and them niggas is, I love you, someone like, when you gonna be mine? Like, I ain't think I would ever have an issue like that. And I have security. That security now works for her, by the way. My son named that security guard's first son, by the way. And that's when I say, like, you can't trust nobody. Big, who did security for me, I had such a respect for him. And when his wife gave birth to his first son, my son named him Boston. Like, my son named your child. And while I'm not with you, I get touched. Then I see you working security for the bitch a month later. That's why, like, you see the niggas I came with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust security no more. I'm trusting niggas that I know is strapped and they will shoot about me, you know? And it's like, with that situation, it really hurt because I fucked with him so much. And I was like, how do I paid him, by the way, as well. But it's like, how do I get touched? And I was with a homegirl, so we really got jumped. Mind you, it was minor. But me now, looking back on that situation, I say that I feel like I should take accountability because of the fact that I knew what position I was in and I shouldn't have been outside. But also, I'm just going and hanging out with friends. I don't live in Atlanta no more. So when I come to Atlanta, the only people I know are in nightlife. So I'm pulling up saying, hey, how are you? Whatever, kisses, hugs, pictures, whatever. And that's how I thought. I saw it innocently. But everybody else, of course, why the fuck she in the club, da da da. And it's like, yeah, if you're not from Atlanta, you don't know. You could go to a fucking Juicy Crab right now.
Juicy Crab be busting.
They got hookah, bitch.
No shade, Juicy Crab do be busting.
DJ, all types of shit. Every restaurant in Atlanta is a lounge. So at the end of the day, right, like, I don't feel like, when she posted you see what happened to the last bitch that spoke on my nigga or whatever it was, I did feel that way. I said, bitch, like I took it emotionally because you don't know, like, the depression I went through from that situation. So you could never be able to fully understand how fucked up you had me. And I had forgiven her at that point. I had said, you know what, Courtney? Half of this is your fault because you was in the wrong, you know? But also, you're never in the wrong for speaking your truth and speaking your voice and trying to get people to understand that this life is not just everything it's portrayed to be. So when she posted that tweet, it was kind of like a slap in the face. Like, oh, like, you think you did something? You know, like, and my thing is I was ready to rally. I was ready to really do a whole, and that's the thing, like, I no longer participate in smear campaigns. I might speak on something, but I was ready to email organizations. Like, I was ready to really push the agenda of, you made me lose my motherfucking baby. But that was without the accountability behind it. So right now, where I am mentally, I forgive her. I don't feel like it's no pressure. Like, it might always be pressure. I don't know how she feels. But at the end of the day, I will say that at that point in time, I was in a bad point in life. I was very emotional. I was dealing with a lot. But life is life, you know? And life, you know, goes on. Oh. But I'm not mad at her, really. I'm not. I get over shit. I'm not a grudge holding ass bitch, for real.
Yeah, I'm the same. Okay, period. So, like question. This is actually my mom's question, so shout out to my mom. She really wants to know.
Shout out to my mom.
How do you balance being a mother and a bad bitch at the same time? And does your son watch your TikToks?
My son don't have TikTok, but I got a great child's father.
Okay.
My son's dad is something that a lot of bitches don't come across. He is a hardworking, dedicated to his child man. He has an amazing wife. Our dynamic is something that I think bitches hate on me about because I don't struggle. I don't struggle to balance the two. Like, before I came here, I was at his Christmas special 4 hours away. And it's like, I balanced it so well. And I look at my past and I say, God blessed me with my situation. Thank God I have a good baby dad. Thank God I got somebody that really puts in that time and effort into his son. Because I could have had an ain't shit baby dad.
True.
And that would have held me back because I wouldn't be able to work as much. But my son and his dad knows, like my son Prince knows my mom is working so I never have to. My mom is working because she gives me everything I fucking want. But when I get older, she wants me to have something that I don't if I build Actadol into $1 billion company, my son will never touch a 9-to-5. You know what I'm saying? My son will never, granted, he'll have some discipline because I'm gonna get in that ass. But it's like, my baby has watched me go from big to small, little, tall to gorgeous doll. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has watched me grow. And my son is proud of me. To the point that I had to tell him, stop telling people I'm gorgeous doll. Tell him, oh, my mom owns a clothing company, follow Shop Active Dolls, but stop giving them my TikTok and my name because I know I'm controversial, right? It was a post recently, and at the end of the day, I ended up finding out it was rage bait, but I posted a video and one of Prince's classmates commented on it, was like, hello, my name is something, and I go to school with Prince. She posted a picture of in my comment. So this hating ass page took it and was like, she allows her son to see her messy ass page. But I know a kid's mindset. Kids don't give a fuck about messy. They go on your page, they see that number. Like, oh, this bitch lit.
Oh, yeah.
That's how kids are. Kids don't give a fuck about what you're doing.
Yeah, that's how my
they just
brother
like, she got a lot of followers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know how kids are in their mindset. So I didn't block her, delete her, not like that, because it's like, I didn't really see it like that. But they had posted it, then I seen another post where somebody was like, oh, we sent, and this was alleged, but I ended up finding out today it was false, because I of course asked the little girl if I could take a picture with her phone, went through the phone, her TikTok, there was no messages. But there was this fake ass blog page that harasses me. They're dedicated to me, and they were like, oh yeah, we sent her OnlyFans content to the little girl. You mean to say that you sent porn to a minor? And mind you, I already have like federal investigations against anybody who's ever fucking played with me. I just let you build your case. But it's like, with that situation, you were saying when I went to Christmas play, I had, met the little girl, and I was like, can I take a picture with your phone? Let's take a video. And with her messages, there was nothing there. It was rage bait. They wanted me to come on and call it out, put it on my platform, and make it a big deal when they never sent it to them. But it's like, even my OnlyFans, I never was just fucking like pussy open, and I was never like, I might show like the same shit I show in the club, which is me. First of all, I never really got naked, but I may shake some ass, might see some titties with some nipple covers, but I was never explicit. I was never fucking, I was never doing porn, I was never doing that, because for me, OnlyFans was extra. It was just like pandemic time, fuck it, this is shit I'm doing in the club, I'm shaking ass, I'm all doing cute little twerking video. But it's like, for me, being a mother is easy. It's easy because the person I had a kid with wants to be there for their kid. And his wife is like a sister to me. Like, I love her so much. I have so much respect. They have 4 kids total. My son's the oldest. But he just loves his siblings. And that's one thing, is that, Prince has always asked me to have another kid. But I was like, I'm hustling right now. I'm trying to make sure we don't gotta.
So are you one and done, or do you think you're gonna have?
No, I'm gonna have another kid.
Okay.
After I finish my next career. So.
Period.
I always wanted to be somebody who had a business and had a career.
Okay.
Because I want my business to be something that's just money coming in, but I want my career to be something I love.
Okay. Period. So, back a little messy. What was your initial thought when you seen Future and this Dior in matching outfits at that party he invited you to?
First of all, when he first came in to this situation, right? Like, this man invited me, my sisters, my family to a Christmas party. So, I was delusional. This is the first, okay, so T Grizzly flew me out, but it didn't go like that, right? I flew in. We hung. As soon as I got off the plane, he had a driver pick me up and bring me to Lifetime Fitness. And then from Lifetime Fitness, he was like, I'm going to have your bags taken to the room, to your room, and then we're going to go get some food and go to Papillon, which is a strip club that's in Detroit. So I was like, okay, cool. This is the first rapper that was of stature that I had linked with. So for me at that point, I was kind of, just going along with the flow. but also it wasn't nothing. It wasn't like, oh, I like this person, or I love this person, like I love your music. And in Tennessee, it's a lot of Detroit niggas because they move weight in Tennessee. That, you know, Tennessee be where a lot of, you know, whatever. So at that point, it wasn't nothing to me. So then when the situation happened with Pluto, it was kind of like, what's the way I want to put it? It was kind of like, this is this astronomically huge rapper that I'm dealing with. We just started really dealing with each other. And when I saw them walk in, I didn't notice at first. My sister, Samara, she said, they have on matching jackets. And mind you, it was like a week before that I had shot him a text because there was a post online that said they were dating. And he was like, no, it's just some, you know, entertainment industry type shit. Of course, me, I'm dumb as fuck. I believe in it. Like, okay, babe, whatever. And at that point, it was like, I didn't feel a need to really, you know, get upset or anything. I'm here with he knew my son, you know, my son, he met my son multiple times. I feel like when you bring your kids around, I feel like,
That's serious.
that's like, yes, I feel like if I'm bringing my child around you and my child is getting to know you, it's on another level. So in my head, I'm like, okay, this person has met my child. We do normal shit, like go to fucking Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and we do normal everyday shit. You know, the most time that we really get to talk and spend real quality time together is when we just drive into his house and shit, like normal shit. And it's like, when that first happened, like I was stuck in my head, like, do I say something? His mama, his family here right now. Like, this is family. We ain't talking about an industry party. We're talking about his immediate family, and my family's here too. So at that point, when I
Was Destiny's family there?
No.
Okay.
No, she was by herself.
Okay.
So I was kind of like, but they walked in together. So, I mean, he came up, he was like, hey, I hate the Prince, hated my sister, hated my homegirls I bought, you know? And I kind of was like, but the conversation had already been set of, like, this is something that's in the industry. So I didn't feel the need to trip or lash out or cuss him out or anything like that, because I felt like at that point I was delusional. I was somebody who really thought, like, oh, this is gonna be my husband, we're together, this is my boyfriend, oh my god, I love him so much, and he's just doing stuff to help his career. Yeah, I was delusional ass bitch.
Yeah, I have made a TikTok about that too.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I loved him, for sure. I just learned a lot of lessons that I needed to learn, for sure. Because I was green. I didn't know. You know, I just thought, this is my boyfriend. This is who paying all my bills. This is who making sure I'm good. This is who I talk to every day. Like,
What about the watches?
what about
Because you said it was something about a watch. I just remember it was discourse about a watch. What was that about?
My first watch was given to me on my birthday. My first baby AP. My first AP ever was given to me on my birthday. Long story short, I had a birthday party at Allure. He sent, okay, no, let's back it up. My first party, I had a whole weekend of parties, okay? This was like if we say when Gorgeous Doll is going up, Gorgeous Doll was like right here. She was about to hit right here.
Wait, Gorgeous Doll, I have one of those.
You do? I have two.
I had one right here too, but my mom cut it off when I was a kid.
I didn't get mine cut off. How fucking weird. I've never met anybody with those.
For real? But this one was an actual finger. Like, it was actually a finger. My mom was like...
No, both of mine were too. They got tied off when I was a baby.
For real?
That is insane.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. I never knew you had those.
Wow.
That's actually crazy. That's crazy.
I tell you, everything's meant for a reason.
Yeah.
For sure. That was insane.
Yeah.
But, this was my first birthday when I was dealing with him, and I had a party at 11:45, which was promoted me and FBG, and then the next day this was Vita Lore. There was no other hostings at 11:45. It was just me and my birthday party with FBG. I pull up, I'm in my section, I look across, and my homegirl at the time was like, "Is that Daz?" And I was like, I think it is. And you hear the DJ say, "We got Daz." So what the fuck? So me and my homegirl, you know, we team up on some mean girl shit. Let's walk over there, walk past bitches, see how they feeling. We all like kind of like huddled up, walked over there, walked right past, ain't nobody talking about shit. Me, I started drinking. Like, one thing about me, like, I love to drink because I love to have a good time and loosen up and just be, you know, on my fun girl shit. I had got so drunk, I went to the bathroom, I came back out. He's walking in, he's in my section, and I walked in my section, and like, when I say I couldn't see straight, I could not see. Security is like holding me up. I got on these fucking Dolce & Gabbana heels, can't stand up, and I'm like, please take me to the fucking Sprinter. So I ended up leaving. He never walked over to that section. He never went over there, nothing. He came out, he got his trucks, he went to Allure, because I told him I was going to go to Allure. Long story short, though, I was drunk as fuck. I couldn't make it to Allure. I fell asleep in the Sprinter. Like, slept in the Sprinter that night, outside in Allure's parking lot. Could not walk in the club. Everybody else went in the club. But, because, you know, I had weight loss surgery on my stomach. So when I drink, I get drunk faster than most. And I wasn't measuring myself. But it's like, with that situation, I didn't really... Like I told you, I was told it was an industry situation, so I didn't really give a fuck about it. At the end of the day, everything in life is great right now. I'm making a fuck ton of money in a strip club. I got a nigga giving me money and doing whatever the fuck I ask. And this girl's temporary to help her career. So it's like, with that situation, I didn't see it how the world does not see shit for what it is. They've started to now, because I feel like TikTok has opened the door for people to really see shit for what it is. Oh, that's a PR relationship. You never heard PR relationship until after TikTok became big. And people now know, oh, that might be this, that might be that. But it's like, of course, they're never going to say, yeah, it was PR, yeah, it was this.
Okay, period. So that basically wraps up Off the Record. We're going to do some, we're going to go to the next segment, Ask the People. This is where the fans speak. We listen. Here you go. All right.
They heard me on a little.
Bro, I used to talk about yacht.
Oh my god. I'm trying to see if they heard what the fuck I said on that mic. Because it was some.
These are the comments. Hold
on. She didn't say this one right here. Let me see. No. Okay, cool. Yeah, that is what I said.
These are the other comments.
Go the fuck up. It's nothing bad. It was just me saying, like, I didn't really like a certain question, but at the end of the day, I didn't speak on it too heavy.
Yeah.
Or an amount of anything.
Yeah.
But they're going to clip it and make it whatever, so fuck it. Let them do it. It already went viral.
Okay, we're going to,
But I don't do anything for 100,000. My price started at 250. Just.
Period. So.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We're going to kind of just like, these are just quick questions that we could just go through. All right. So, first question. Well, honestly, we already kind of talked about that. It doesn't really matter. Somebody asked, do you need to get your body done to be a stripper?
No. I was making at least $600 to $1,000 a night with an oatmeal stomach that sagged. And my titties was sagging. I didn't have anything done. Like, I was deflated. When I first lost all my weight, I went from 315 to 123 in less than 8 months. And my whole body was deflated. I looked a little sick, like that bitch Stephanie that be talking about me. Yeah, she looked deflated. That's why, because she didn't need that. But, yeah. Your mouthpiece is everything, bitches. Listen, let me tell you something. A little promo real quick. www.thedollhousewith2es.com. I have a cute little mentorship on there. I give y'all scripts. I tell you bitches what to say. I got a bitch that moved from Venezuela. I told her how to, say shit in English to talk a nigga about that bag.
What? Period. Make sure y'all go subscribe.
She ended up saving $15,000 in her first month and got an apartment for her and her baby. She's working on citizenship right now.
Period.
Shout out to Supreme.
Yeah, shout out to Supreme. Okay. Are you into it with any of the girls from out of city?
I hate all them bitches. All them bitches suck my dick. Preferably, I don't like Tori because you spoke on my child. I feel like anybody who talk about a kid, you're a loser ass bitch because speak on me. Talk with me, but when you know you can't fuck with me,
They gotta bring it. Yeah,
exactly. So I hate all them bitches. Me and Nicole, we don't really got no issues no more. Milan's a lame ass loser ass bitch, and then she cool with Selena. Selena a lame ass loser ass bitch because why you calling niggas trying to find out where I just got my last watch from? Because that nigga didn't get you shit for your birthday. That's a loser ass bitch. Who else is a loser ass bitch? Other than that. Milan, loser. We live in the same building, by the way. Bitches ain't talking about nothing. Her friend Selena, loser. Nicole's cool. Tori's a loser. Other than that, I don't have any issues with anybody else. Anybody
what
else?
about Sav?
No, I love Sav. You know what? Like, me and Sav, we had a disagreement, but you know what we had a disagreement? It's because when Sav went back on the show, me and Sav were still talking. They didn't like that. And what they failed to understand is, yeah, she might be on the show, but you know, Sav is from where I'm from in Tennessee, where I was raised.
Sav from Tennessee?
Yes.
Tennessee got some bad bitches.
Tennessee got some bad bitches. So me and Sav, I know her dad. I know other siblings. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're really like fourth cousins because of who my mom married when she was in Tennessee. So it's like me and Sav, we already knew each other. But where I fucked up, and it's me taking accountability, when I went on the show, I fucked up by linking up with a bitch who was kind of pressed to link up with me, which was the one Maya Marie bitch. She was like, oh my God, you're gorgeous, so I love you. We should be friends. We should room together. I should room with Sav. I should have roomed with Sav because at the end of the day, I knew her and we already had a history together. And I feel like Sav kind of felt a way that I didn't. And I tell her all the time, I said, look, I made the wrong decision, but that girl was in front of my face first, and I had already told her yes. But if I could redo it all over again, when I walked in the house, I would have roomed with Sav immediately and said, fuck all the rest of them bitches. Period.
Somebody in the chat said, how do you feel about Arabian so-called getting pooped on in Dubai? We need to know. That's what they said.
How the fuck y'all want me to feel about the next bitch getting shitted on? I shit on bitches all day. Fuck.
Period.
Like,
that was a good answer.
What am I supposed to do? I mean, at the end of the day, what bitches do is what they do. But I told y'all the situation between that. The first time a bitch ever called my phone on some business shit was trying to find a bitch that was willing to fuck a dog. Like, who's fucking dog?
Wait, she wants to fuck a dog?
She was trying to find a girl. She was like, do you know any girls at this billionaire? She told me, she said, so this is clip it right here, bitch. Do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so when she called me, she was like, do you know any girls that are willing to make $100,000 to fuck a dog on camera? And they're gonna pay $50,000 to fuck the dog on camera. Then he's gonna fly her out and give her another 100. And I said, I don't know no shit like that. I don't know no shit like that. And I felt set up because why would you call my phone? But also I'm a stripper bitch, so maybe you might think I know some bitches, but I felt set up. I called Pluto immediately. I said, bitches is out here fucking dogs? He said, yeah, bitches been fucking animals. I said, hold on.
Bestiality.
Hold on, bestiality.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was so scared to look it up. But like when I Googled it, bitches really fucking horses and dogs out here. I really like had to clear my cachet out because I thought I would go to jail for even looking it up. Like for real. But bitches is out here fucking horses and dogs. Woo. But that was the first bitch that ever brought some shit like that to my attention. And when I called him and I told him, he was like, yeah, don't fuck with that bitch. That bitch is a dirty bitch. So then when that shit came out with Thug, I was like, you said this bitch was a dirty ass bitch fucking dogs and horses, and now I'm hearing she had an abortion by you? I don't know if it's true or not, but at the end of the day, I feel a way, so I'm going to say how the fuck I feel. But at the end of the day, with her, you hit me up, you on my line, you want to go out, we cool and whatever, and you'll never say shit. And my thing is that before the internet knew, Atlanta knew. Before anybody on the internet knew that I fuck with that nigga, the whole Atlanta knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, word travels fast, and it wasn't the way that we started, like we met, it wasn't nothing. That nigga came into Allure 2 days in a row looking for me. DJ hit me up, Pluto ain't here looking for you. Next day I said, okay, tell him I'll be at work tomorrow. I go to work the next day. This nigga order a fuck ton of money. We just in each other's face all night. The owner right here. We drinking, we in each other's face all fucking night. It was obvious. So it spreaded like wildfire. So for her, I ain't fuck with you because it was like, bitch, when I heard this, I'm like, what? And it's just like, bitch, you're just I just don't like that. Listen, the one bitch Tesla that I did the story someone, the Miami bitch that introduced me, she told me, she was like, I think we fucking with the same nigga. I said, get what you can, I'm gonna get what I can. We ain't no pressure. She just ended up becoming a weird bitch. Niggas gonna fuck with who they want to. These niggas, they got plenty of bread. So it's like, for me, I'm not gonna get mad at the bitch. Bitch, we could cool Chicago. If you was fucking a nigga I was fucking right now, I like you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, if you was to say that, I say, bitch, get what you can. If you need some pointers, let me know. You know, I'll call you, hey, bitch, nigga bought me a new da-da-da. This is what you need to tell them. Then you get a da-da-da. I'm not a hater. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm not marrying none of these niggas. I'm going to put you on to whatever the fuck. If I get this bitch, tell him to get you this. But bitches be weird because they really start to become, like, obsessed with these men. Don't get me wrong. I was never obsessed. I loved. Because that was 5 years. That was one of the first people that I really locked in with. But it's like, I was never obsessed. Like, I knew that niggas was foul. That makes sense? But yeah, bitch is fucking weird.
Okay. I seen a clip, you were getting your hair done, and the hairstylist was playing a Future song, and you kind of made a face. Do you still listen to Future songs, or just
I
press
do.
skip?
I'm not even gonna hold you. He's a great artist.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say
just that, like,
he is a pretty good
I be
artist.
getting
Like,
hits though. Like I be getting hit for real. Like I
Yeah.
be like, bitch, is you talking about me? Because mind you, I've been in a studio and seen something made from scratch, right? And a nigga will look back and be like, my bitch in here, she picking a bottle up. She don't know we about to fuck. Like, I've seen where a nigga will literally turn around and just be watching and be like, yeah, my bitch here, she gonna be fucked up. Like, he'll just like start talking shit. So it's like, for me, when I hear certain songs, I'll flash back to like moments of like sitting in a studio and a nigga just looking back and just start popping his shit, you know? Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. But like, it's just been like situations where I know songs that have been made in a studio and a nigga turn around, look at me, look whatever, and he'll be like, this bitch drunk as fuck. You stop fucking drinking, this bitch is alcohol. It's like, I just remember shit like that. So it's like, excuse me, I'm sorry. I respect the talent. He's a great fucking artist. I'll never take him from that. He's just a shitty person, you know?
that's a good answer.
But he was banned for sure for a good like year until I got over it, and I was like, no, I love the music.
Oh, he was banned off the playlist.
Oh yeah, he was banned off the playlist for sure.
Honestly, some of these questions we can skip past over. Let's see. Do you have a celebrity crush? If so, who?
You know, you know what's so funny is, okay, so I have a celebrity crush, but I feel like we wouldn't get along. I feel like we could go on a date and experience each other and haha kiki for a little bit, and I feel like we would turn out to be good friends. But there's already a history between people that it wouldn't work out because there would be so much negativity towards it. And I would say that would be Drake. Okay, now let me tell you. I'm October, he October. And mind you, I've been around them. I've, you know, cool. We've been bowling. We've chilled, whatever. In a public atmosphere with multiple people. Like, you know, just say, hey, having a bowling party, OVO, doing this, whatever. I went on tour to a show. But I feel like we would be great friends. When it comes to a crush, I would say, like, I have a 20% crush, but more of an 80% of just wanting to be cool, you know? But other than that, I don't lust over men. I don't have those feelings.
Is there anyone that you would take back that you've previously already had relations with?
I feel like when you revert back to the past, you set yourself back. I am a spin the block type of bitch, so I'm not going to say I don't spin the block. But I spin the block more when I'm lonely or when I'm bored. I entertain it, but I always remember what somebody did. So even if I have spent the block or went back to somebody, I don't ever put too much energy onto it because I'm not a forgetful person. I don't hold grudges, but I don't forget. So it's not a person, because I'm not gonna say that for, you know, to get clipped, but I have spent the block. You know, it's kind of a, you know, weak in the knees type of moment. Like, it's life.
They're spamming this in the comments. If let me cut that check, would you go on baddies?
It's so funny. I would go on baddies, but I've had an opportunity that's been brought to me recently. But I haven't thought about it too much. If let me cut the check,
I feel like if you go on baddies, like hoes gonna be mad. Like
yeah, I'd have to drag a couple.
Cause I feel like hoes already be mad now. So I feel like if you go on baddies, like they not gonna be able to take you, and then you such like you know who you are, and like you gonna pop your shit. So it's like
I feel like I would go on baddies, but the check would have to definitely be cut.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, I know who I am. I know what I could bring, but also I know I'm gonna have to fight. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind. You know, when I moved to Miami, I got in training. I started boxing. I'll two-piece a bitch real quick, and I'm confident in my skills now. Like before I got into boxing, it's like I could squabble a little bit, you know, whatever. But when I built my stamina up, that's what I realized. It's not about the fight. It's about if you can last past 60 seconds. Most fights are 15 to 30 seconds before somebody break it up. I now have trained myself to last past 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So that means it ain't even about the, you know, ability of being able to like, yeah, you gotta know how to fight. But it's like I know I could throw hands for 3 seconds, for 3 minutes, like non-stop, because I trained myself that way. So don't get me wrong, I would go on baddies, but it would definitely have to be a check, because I feel like I have a certain like. Even when I went on Bad Bitches Only, right, I promoted my business. It was more about that for me. I promoted my story. I promoted my business. For baddies, it's like I know that if I did go on there, not only would it be another platform, but it's like I'm already the stripper, like, showcase. All I need is one good motherfucking song, blow up on TikTok. Bitches is rappers. There's so much shit that I could do that if I really put my energy into it, it would skyrocket. It's just the fact that I don't really care to touch those avenues. But if I went to studio right now and I had a number one, a good song, and I put that shit down, I already have the platform on TikTok. That shit will go crazy. Here goes Epic, or this one, and Hey, we want to sign. It's nothing. So I feel like I will go on Zeus, but it would definitely have to be a bag, and I definitely would want a guarantee of 2 seasons. Minimum. Period. I'm a bitch about my contracts. Period. I know about the paperwork for sure.
All right, last question for On the Record. What's the biggest misconception people have about you, based on your love life or what they see online?
I think people have a misconception of thinking that I do shit for clout. It's not clout. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? If I wouldn't have the stories to tell if it wasn't what I was living. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hear shit. Okay, your favorite rapper, they rap about their life. You know, they fucking bitches, popping pills and spending money because they're putting it in the song. And I always compare my story times or what I say into song form. If I came on here and say, yeah, I'm fucking on this nigga right now, he got me fucked up, or I just, you know, put something into, I put it into a song, you would hear it in a different way, but you're still hearing it. People call it messy because I'm giving it to you raw and real. But if I was to put that shit in the song, it would be the same thing, and I would be a talented artist, you know? So it's like, I hate when people be like, oh, she's messy, or this, that. No, it's my fucking life, and I'm choosing to share it with you. You could choose to listen or get the fuck on. I'm not forcing you. But I just feel like that's the biggest misconception, is it's not messy. This is my life. And just because you're scared to share yours, or even some bitches be scared to stand up for themselves. It's a bitch I know right now to say Anastasia Beverly Hills stole something from her. And I said, why you ain't call it out? She was like, well, I filed the lawsuit. I said, call that shit out. Bring it to the front. Because when I saw everything she laid out, they stole a design from her. And I was like, pull that shit out. And she was like, I just don't feel like people will listen to me. I don't feel like you're not going to fucking know till you do it.
That's true.
You know?
So, sorry. Last question. This last question, I feel like is perfect for you. Perfect for me to get the knowledge and the advice. Knowing what you know now, what is one piece of relationship advice and one industry lesson you'll give someone in their early 20s trying to grow without losing themselves? Because oftentimes I see myself, I go through a lot. I go viral for a lot of things. A lot of people come at me. I do talk about a lot of things, and a lot of people respond, and I always have to like take some of the backlash. I've gone through like some minor industry things, but I know that you've seen more, gone through more, heard more. So what is something that you could give a girl like me so that I won't have to at least not go through certain things, because you're always going to go through things in life, but what's the word I'm looking for, not have to go through them.
If I was to give you advice, right, I would tell you that you're doing fucking amazing. Okay?
you.
From how organized you are to all your notes, to having your questions in order. You know, a lot of reasons why I didn't do interviews with a lot of people before is not only because I don't fuck with people, but also because they ain't had to check, or also because they couldn't submit answers or questions. And me seeing everything you have planned out, I know if I would have said, hey, what are your questions going to be? You would have sent me this file over. And I love that about that, because you're so focused and determined. But I would say this, right? Don't give a fuck. When I tell you to have a astronomically high amount of don't give a fuck, ain't nobody gonna pay your bills. Those comments don't change shit. They're just free engagement. And I would honestly say, like, you can never care about what the next person says about you or their opinion on you, because it's not going to make a difference. You see the messiest, worstest, most disgusting, dirty-ass bitches make it in life. So it's like, what you be doing ain't nothing. You just speaking your mind, you know? And if it was just a random girl, I would say that don't get caught up in the hype and really be true to yourself. I could say the reason why I got where I am is because I had a goal. And I followed everything. I knew when to move, whether it was from me moving to Atlanta, me moving out of Atlanta to Miami. It's like I always moved right before the shit behind me fell apart. And it's like you gotta listen to yourself. Be God-fearing, pray, be dedicated, and also make sure, like, anything you think's gonna work, bitch, do it. If you think right now, oh, I'm Chicago Hottie, I wanna go start a fucking wine line, bitch, go get you a bottle of fucking wine and do it. Cause ain't nobody gonna do it for you, you know? But when it comes to, what was the first part of the question? I know that was the second part.
Knowing what you know now, what's a piece of relationship
advice? I would say keep your love life to yourself. Because when bitches see you happy, I know it's a bunch of bitches that as soon as I come publicly and say I'm in a relationship, they're gonna try to fuck the shit out of my shit. But it's like, for me, what I've learned is that the things that you love the most, you keep them close. You don't say much, right? It might be every now and then I show my son, or I show his accomplishments, but I'm not posting them every day. Think of that when you do your relationship. Bitches will see you happy and want to take it from you. You know what I'm saying? They'll want to fuck a nigga just to say, oh, I fucked her, nigga. He not this, he not that. He don't give a fuck about her. Well, yeah, he loves the fuck out of you. He just had a moment of weakness, you know? But also I would say that where you're at right now, you're going to run into a lot of people. You're going to change year after year after year. You're going to have more wants. You're going to have more, like, needs. It's going to come from someone who can fuel you sexually, to where you get to a point, like, if you can't feed me mentally, you're dead weight. And when you get to that point, that's when you'll want to be your own millionaire, billionaire. And you'll be like, you know what? These niggas are for everybody. Let me just make all the fucking money that I can so I can date who I want. Whether it's this man, this man, this man, this man. And when you get to that point in life that I pray you get to, it won't be about what they have. It'll be about, how can you fucking make me happy? Because I'm a rich bitch. You don't got nothing. If you cannot make me happy emotionally,
bye-bye.
That's it.
So guys, that was my last question. It's 2:48. I think I want to get off and end this off at 3 a.m. So we have like 11 more minutes to chop it up. But if you came for the tea, I hope you stayed for the truth. Thank you for watching Chicago's Hot Tea. And I just want to give a huge shout out to Gorgeous Doll. First of all, y'all, I did my trailer like 2 months, maybe a month and a half ago. And I'm just thinking, like, who's gonna be my first, like, interview? Like, who's gonna be my first interview? Who's gonna be my first interview? So I'm thinking. Then my manager's like, well, it should be somebody that you had, like, discourse with. So, like, sit down, it'll be growth. Like, you know, y'all could talk about it over, da-da-da. So I'm like, I'm thinking about all the bitches I got beef, have beef with. So I'm like, then I think, like, Gorgeous Doll. Like, and I don't know if y'all know what squashed our beef. I went on Melt's show. I walked in. Y'all already know the viral moment of me walking in the house bougie. I don't know what the fuck that was about. But I'm scrolling and Gorgeous Doll's like, yeah, like, I know we have our differences, but I like how you stood up for yourself, blah, blah, blah. So then I get on the phone with my mom, and my mom's like, Layla, like, I think Gorgeous Doll is just, she would be like
I messaged your mom.
Yeah, she told me. And I'm like, Mom, don't text her back. I don't fuck with her, da, da, da. So my mom was like, okay, I don't want to make you mad. So that's why she didn't text you back. But I'm like, girl, but after my mom really was the one like, girl, like, it's not that serious. Like, you know, like, she could teach you some things because you were giving me advice, and it was advice that I needed to hear.
That's just called growth.
Yeah, and then I was watching your videos and stuff. I'm like, Gorgeous Doll is really not that bad. Like, she's not bad.
I'm not that bad. It's just that a lot of people don't get to personally interact with me how even we are right now, or even on social media. You know, a lot of people make videos about me, put my name big as fuck, and have never had a conversation with me. Then when I reply, they'll be like, oh, well, you know, I didn't know that you know, would say this. And that's when I say, like, the internet is a facade. Even though, like, I do share my real life, I will say this about you. Is from your first video that you made talking shit about me, even though I was like, what the fuck is she going on me for? I like you because I like, not saying that I see me in you, but I do in a way. And not in a stripper sense or anything like that. It's in a way of success. Yeah. Right? And I see you getting to a point in life where you realize, and that little switch clicks, where it's like, you know what? I have to up the ante a little bit. Yeah. Because where you are right now, I feel like you're untouchable, but I also feel like you allow irrelevant people to get your attention. I'm working on it too, though. Hold on. Let me not even cap, right? I'm still working on paying bitches dust. But I feel like the type of people that me and you are, right? Whether one day we get a fucking talk show host, or we become talk show hosts, or we reach another level of some type of way, it's like, I only see you going up.
Thank you.
I only see you elevating. I don't see you taking steps back. I don't see you falling off. I don't see you getting into a point of not going up. And I love that for you. Because that dedication, that hard work that you put in, even though people say it's messy, it's called having an opinion, and we have freedom of speech. Just because you bitches don't try to use it, you don't use yours, don't mean that other people can't use theirs. And that's why when a bitch comment in your shit and they be like, oh, she talk too much, or she da-da-da, bitch, you don't talk enough.
Hello.
You don't speak up enough. You don't defend yourself enough.
Thank you.
Bitch, pop it. The fuck you talking about? You're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck where you are as long as you allow people to shut you the fuck up. Period.
Closing statements. Is there anything that you wanted to say that you didn't get to say or get off your chest?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna show you something. Actually, because you know what, let me tell you this, right? I feel like it's a bad bitch problem. And when I say it's a bad bitch problem, I feel like every bitch does this, okay? I'm gonna take my glasses off for this. I feel like every bitch does this, okay? I feel like as soon as a bitch get lit, and they do some weird ass shit, okay? So I'm gonna show you something, because it was this cute little rumor, okay? And I want to show you something. Hold on. So it was this rumor where bitches was like, oh, let me tell you something. If every man I date is a multi-millionaire, okay, why would I need to buy a fake watch, a fake bag, a fake any fucking thing, bitch, a fake shoe? And so when I saw this, I never entertained it because I wasn't gonna go out of my way to confirm to the next bitch, right? I wasn't. I just felt like if I entertained it, it would entertain a bitch, and I'd be trying to pay bitches dust. So for me, right? Let me tell you. I'm gonna show you something, okay? So whenever, and you have to be a nosy ass bitch to do some shit like this, but if you ever got a homegirl who got a Birkin, okay, let me show you, okay? It's an invisible heat stamp in every Birkin, okay? It starts with the year, it starts with the factory, and it starts with the actual person, the artist that builds your bag, okay? When I tell you it's so invisible that it's faint, every single bag of mine has one, okay? Now, mind you, this is not how they look them up in the store, but when you go to a store and they look at your shit, this is how they confirm, because they're able to look the artist up that built your fucking bag and in what factory, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show Chicago, I'm gonna show her the imprint of mine. It's an invisible heat stamp. Hold on, let me scroll over to you a little bit so we can get this, and I'll show you the rest of them, because at the end of the day, I was like asking my show associate, like, how do I do this? So you lift this flap, hold on, you see this flap, hold on, let me show it to the front. You see
I
this
need
flap?
to know so when I get my bag, I can be like, yeah, my shit real.
So you see this flap right here, right? You lift this up, and when you lift this up, my bag's dirty, but it's on the inside of right here. You can barely see it. Okay, hold on, I'm about to put a flash on it. So mine's gonna start with B because of the fact that this bag was built and sold in 2023. But right here, do you see that B right there? B, M, F, and then it has like little letters under it. Right here, it's like a number. It's an invisible heat stamp. Okay?
Can I hold it? I've always wanted to hold a burger.
One thing about it, right, is I've
bag.
never had to cap on my life. I've never had to lie about shit, and I'm not dealing with millionaire niggas to play ever anything that I have. But if you got a homegirl, or if you a nosy ass bitch and you want to know if bitches got fake Birkins or fake Kellys or all that shit, it's an invisible. It's called invisible because it's so light that you got to put a flashlight on it. But if it was made in the year of 2023, it'll start with a B. All my shit start with a B, except for my Vermclaren, I want to say, which is my green one, Verticlare, something like that. That was in 2023 or 2022. But when you bitches talk about bags, know what the fuck you're talking about. And when you talk about a bag, or you talk about a watch, or you talk about anything like that, hold your shit up. I'll be telling you bitches to hold your wrist up right now. Oh, well, this is the VIP band. Right now, this is 30K on my wrist.
This is Van Cleef dupes. I got these from TJ Maxx.
Bitch, we don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, my thing is that I don't ever want a bitch that don't got shit that I have to ever say shit about my shit. And that's it. I want you bitches to start showing your fucking invisible heat stamp.
Period.
That's what I
Show
want
that
you to do.
motherfucking invisible heat stamp.
And that's the last and the first I'ma ever talk about it.
Yes.
Period. Other than that, I appreciate you for having me on stream.
Yes, I appreciate you for letting me hold your purse, because let me say something. I'm such a purse girl. Like, oh.
Listen, bitches, listen. One thing, I treat them bitches like trash. Look, I got a little cute little stain. I don't know where that came from. Like, I don't take care of my shit. I'm gonna be honest.
How many of these bags do you have?
I have of these ones. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 Birkins and 2 Kellys. But I don't hold no value in them. Them bitches was, do you know, let me tell you, every time I got gifted, listen. Every time I ever got a bag of value was out of hurt. It was never a happy, here, love you.
Yeah.
It was, you fucked up.
Yeah, and this is my
And this is not just one nigga. These are multiple niggas.
Hello, thank you.
But maybe that was the energy I gave off, which is that if you fuck up, like buy me a $20,000, $30,000 bag. But none of my bags have good memories behind them. They all have trauma. They all have like, damn, why'd you do that? Or damn, I remember when I caught you with this bitch, or this bitch got pregnant, or this happened. So it's like, for me, I treat, and I think it might be like a mental thing. I treat my bags like shit. I throw them bitches in a closet. I like pull one out. You see,
really? Even the Chanel's?
Yeah, like even my my Chanel bags. Most of them I probably got myself. But it's like when it comes to like Birkins or Kellys and shit like that. Like,
so you prioritize a Chanel over a Hermes bag? What?
'Cause I probably bought them bitches myself.
What?
To be honest, one thing about it, like, mind you, I'm on a whole new page because, you know, niggas was getting my pages wiped off every year.
Yeah, they said Future got one of your Instagrams deleted or something.
No, he got first of all, he got my first Instagram deleted 3 years ago when I tweaked out. And then he got my TikTok deleted, my first page, but it went right back up. As soon as I got another page, I just continuously posted and people kept on, they just came back. But what I will say is, when I started, I bought my first Chanel bag myself. And then from there, anytime a nigga came in town to dance me, I would say, meet me at Saks. And I had this shopper, his name was Daniel. And I would say, Daniel, I'm about to pull up with a nigga, grab a Chanel bag. We're coming to get this. And then from there, what I would notice is that Atlanta Hip Hop Weekly in Atlanta, they have a strippers list, top 10, top 20 strippers. Clout is a drug. Motion is a drug. And men would see this list. Men in Detroit, men in fucking LA, they would see this list and not know it don't mean shit to us for real. But they're like, oh my God, this is one of the top strippers. Let me buy her a bag. Let me do whatever. And they ate that shit. And so they would buy a bag or buy whatever the fuck. And so it's like, for me, I never gave a fuck to keep up with the Joneses. It naturally happened. So it's like, when you got a bitch who got all her shit took back, you know, Squidward, they want to now look at the next bitch and say, oh, this is fake, this is da-da-da. Bitch, you ain't been around me in 2 years. You don't know how I'm moving with niggas. You don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But at the end of the day, you're jealous and you're envious and you're so stuck in your ways that you cannot elevate because you are stuck and you are stagnant because you are miserable, that you can't figure it out. But this is the first time, I swear to God, I told my mom, I said, Mom, the way that I live my life, the way that I like get the fuck up and I'm doing shit every day, I spend at least $70,000 a month between my business and just me living my life. And then of course my family's bills. But it's like, if I couldn't do this, I would have been I would have been failed the fuck off in April when I did my lure. And that's why I feel like, a lot of bitches is upset because when they saw me stop fucking with a nigga, they thought, oh, she's done.
Fall off.
She's done. They thought I was going to fall off when I stopped working at Magic City, when I so-called got blackballed from Atlanta. Mind you, been in this bitch plenty of times outside and I have no issues. But with that issue, bitches was talking. And what you got to realize is it's nothing but bitches talking. These are the same bitches that if I come in a club, they're going to be in my face like, oh my God, gorgeous, I love you so much. Oh my God. But these are the same bitches that'll push narratives and put them out because they really deep down in themselves, like, they hate me for real. They don't know why. They're just like, it's a bitch to hate. I don't like her. She's doing better than me. But my mama told me, she said, if you're living your truth, live your truth and don't let them bitches try to make you out to be a liar. And that's the thing. It's like, a lot of bitches, and I'm telling you, a lot of bitches don't deserve your time and attention because your platform is so fucking huge that bitches will use you. They will use you to try to get on. The bitch that tried to come out and so-called say all the shit about me, this bitch been on live constant for the last 7 months. Mind you, the dolls get the bitch wiped off every week. She got to start a page over. But it's like, she'll come on and say, I don't want a platform. I don't want to do this. And it's like, you're on here every fucking day doing story times. Trying to
get to where I'm at.
Exactly. And
when you give her that attention, she'll blow up.
Yeah, like, and
that's what I'm getting at too now, where it's like, everybody don't deserve a response back. And I'm not gonna lie, I see you bitches been trying to respond to me. I'm not responding to y'all hoes. I talk about y'all, I leave it at what it is. I really don't care about you bitches.
Tell them to bite the curb. I don't know if you know what that is. You know what bite the curb is?
No.
You don't know what bite the curb is?
No.
Oh my God, you've never had a bitch bite the curb?
No.
Oh my God, I was so bad. So in high school, if a bitch talking shit, you like, you know, you fight her or whatever, and then like when a bitch is tired, you tell that bitch to open her mouth and bite the curb. You know how the curb is like this, right? They bite the curb, you kick their shit in. You break their jaw. Bite the curb, bitch. But, you know, now just say it. Don't do it, though, because it's assault. But, you know.
Well, period. I want to say thank you again, Gorgeous Doll, for coming. Thank you for everybody who stayed in the live the whole entire time. Honestly, this was awesome. I already knew that, like, I already knew the aura you were going to give, and you delivered everything perfectly. And I just appreciate you so much. I know, like, we had a review. I feel like that's kind of beneath us and over us. It's next time y'all see me and Gorgeous Doll, we're going to be outside.
In Miami, though.
Outside in Miami. I'll be in Miami in January.
You have to come to Miami.
So I will be back When y'all see me at Gorgeous Doll again, we're gonna be outside. You have to show me all the popping lip places.
I'm gonna take you, babe. I'm gonna take you.
Okay, thank you so much, y'all. We're closing off the stream. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Trinity Taylor, and it's fucking up. Production. Wrap it up and tell her to say hey, bad bitch named Jessica. Oh, can you say hey to Jessica the Butcher and her daughter Isis Dior? That's my homegirl.
Hi, Jessica. Hi, Isis. It's Gorgeous Doll, and I want you to have a great night. Happy holidays. And, you know, Jessica and Isis, I hope Santa comes to your house. I love you guys. And any of the dogs who are here, I fuck with you bitches. And I'm going to give you a real good discount for the Christmas. If y'all want these outfits, by the way, I have them in stock. I just did a restock. This is the Prowler. I have on the white one with a jacket. She has on the brown. There is a jacket as well. Yes. But other than that, happy fucking holidays. And I hope that you get whatever you want.